Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Avengers Age of Ultron Black Widow. So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil 19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Age of Ultron Black Widow. And I was very skeptical about this figure, mostly because of the face sculpt. From the pictures that we saw before she was released, it really wasn't looking like Scarlett Johansson, but now having it in hand, Tamashii Nations really got the likeness down very well on this figure, and it's looking great so far. So without further ado, let's get into the review and start off with the packaging for Black Widow. So we get a pretty cool looking box for the Black Widow figure. We do get the window right there in the front with the Avengers A symbol on it. It says SH Figuarts, Black Widow, an image of Black Widow on the left. We do get her symbol right there. It says Marvel, Avengers, Age of Ultron, blah 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 blah, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai. And then there's the bottom of the box there with a close-up image of Black Widow's face. Then there's the top of the box there. And then here is the one side of it. And then there's the other side. And then the back of the packaging shows a bunch of different poses you can get the figure into, along with some of her accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and take a closer look at Black Widow. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look at Black Widow here, and Tamashii Nations really did an outstanding job on this figure, especially on the face sculpt. They really nailed the likeness of Scarlett Johansson very well on this figure. That's the one thing I was a little weary about, was the face sculpt. Like, it didn't look like Scarlett Johansson in the pictures. But having it in hand, it looks exactly like her. So good job on the face sculpt, and the hair looks great also. Very nice sculpt work on it. I love the darker paint shading going around the middle part of the hair, but the color of the hair looks nice too. It's kind of got like a metallic orange look to it. But I really do like that paint shading they put throughout the hair, going around the middle of it. But very nice sculpt work on the hair. And great detail on the hair and the face. Nice job by Tamashii Nations. Nice sculpt work on the neck, and I like how the skin tone matches from the face, neck, and the chest there. And then for the torso, I do like these blue lines all throughout her suit here. Very clean paintwork throughout every single blue line all over her suit. Very nice job by Tamashii Nations. And I do like the texture on the front of her suit. There's a cool little texture to it. We do see like seams and stuff up the middle and over on the side of the torso as well. Very nice job on that. And there's the side. You see the blue lines going all down. Then the back of the figure, we do get that nice texture going all the way down her back to her butt there. And we do get some seams as well going all throughout it, so very nice looking. There's some of the blue lines again. And I do like the sculpted wrinkles around her waist. That looks very nice. Very nice job by Tamashii Nations on that. And then we do get her belt here. We got the Black Widow symbol logo right there, but the paintwork is a little bit sloppy on it. But the rest of the paint, where the silver and the black are on the belt, looks very nice. And then we do get these pieces, and they're all on ball joints, so you can articulate them all around. And if you wanted to, you can remove them. So every single one of these pieces on her belt can be removed and articulated. So very cool. And then we do get like this piece here that covers the shoulder joint, which I thought was a smart idea by Tamashii Nations. We got some sculpt work on it. The arms look great also. We do get that texture going down the arm right there. Nice sculpted wrinkles as well. We do get the blue line, nice clean paint on that. And we do get like an elbow pad type thing. Nice clean paintwork on it as well. And I like how there's, like, where the texture is, it's kind of like a very dark gray color. And then we get like a glossy black as well on her suit, which looks very nice. And we do get around her forearm this maroonish type piece. Nice sculpt work on it. Then this black piece with the blue on it looks very nice as well. Nice sculpt work on that, and right there also. I really like the whatever is on her forearms right there. That looks very cool. Now for the legs here, nice sculpt work again We do get like a strap going around here. I don't know if this is supposed to be a gun holster or something, but it is another piece added onto her thigh there. Then we do get the blue lines going all down the side of her leg. Do get some seams or stitches going down the front here. Very cool looking. We get that texture on the inside of her legs as well. Very nice sculpted wrinkles like around the knees and then down the lower legs. That looks great. The one thing I do not like though are these ugly knee joints. Those look disgusting. That looks really bad. That's the only thing I don't like about the detail on this figure is these knee joints. They just look bad on the figure, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not horrible, but it's just looks kind of crappy. For the boots now, very nice sculpt and paintwork on them. Very nice. Tamashii Nations did do a great job on this Black Widow. And then we do get her boots, looking pretty cool. And there's the bottom of them. I mean, overall, I'm extremely satisfied with the detail on this Black Widow, and I like this figure a lot more than I thought I would, especially the face sculpts. They look great, the face sculpt. I don't know why I said sculpts. And the hair looks great as well. The figure just looks awesome, and I'm very happy with the detail. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we get some cool stuff included with Black Widow. So we do get her batons here. Very nice paint and sculpt on both of them, and let's focus the camera so we can get a better look at them. But very clean paintwork where the blue meets the black. I just have a smudge of black paint on one of them. Where the hell is it? There it is. See, that black paint shouldn't be there on the blue. But other than that, very nice paintwork on these and nice sculpt work as well. The black right here is the handles. But pretty cool looking. So we do get a pair of those. And then we also get a pair of her pistols, which is just an all black plastic. But pretty cool sculpt work on them. And cool looking pistols. So we do get a pair of those. And then we also get 10 interchangeable hands. So we do get a pair of fists, of course. And let's focus the camera once again. But very nice paint and sculpt work on these. And we do get blue on her knuckles. Pretty cool looking. And the wrist peg is very tiny, so just be careful not to break it. So we do get a pair of fists. And then we also get a pair of resting hands. Nice sculpt and paint once again. And her hands are so tiny. Be careful not to lose these either. So we get a pair of those, and then we get a pair of open hands here. Very nice paint and sculpt once again. And then we also get a pair of trigger finger hands where she grips onto the gun pretty good. Sometimes it falls out of the left hand on mine. A very nice paint and sculpt on those. And then finally we get a pair of baton gripping hands. She grips onto the batons perfectly fine with these. A nice paint and sculpt on these as well. But those are all the accessories included with Black Widow. And the only disappointing thing is I wish they included at least one more interchangeable head, like an angrier look or something like that. Because just having one interchangeable face is a bit disappointing, especially for it being an import and a web exclusive. But anyway, let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. Now, for the height of Black Widow, she stands a little bit under 6 inches tall. And then here she is compared to the SH Figuarts Civil War Captain America, the SH Figuarts Civil War Ant-Man, and the Good Smile Company Figma Avengers Hulk. And then here she is compared to the SH Figuarts Injustice Harley Quinn and the Hasbro Marvel Legends Deadpool. And then here she is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Collective Shadowland Daredevil. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, we get 2 points at the neck, one at the upper neck and one at the lower neck. So the upper neck joint, very good up and down movement, and we do get some pretty good pivot up there as well. Also swivels. The lower neck joint, you really don't get much movement at all. Barely any forward and back, and pretty much no pivot. So you get most of the articulation at the upper neck. So we do get a point of articulation under the boobs right here, and she goes forward about that much. And then goes to the back, good amount actually. Then we do get a little bit of pivot up there, and it also swivels. The waist joint, pretty good forward and back movement, very nice pivot, and slightly swivels. Now for the shoulders here, we do have a nice armpit joint in there, so you can get a nice circular motion out of the arms, so I like that. The arms go out to the sides, a little less than 90 degrees. They do go up and down, no bicep swivel, so you will have to use it at the shoulder. We do have a single bend at the elbows that bend in a little bit more than 90 degrees. Then we do have a swivel and a hinge at the wrist. And then on the belt here, all these pieces are all on ball joints, so you can articulate them around, which I thought was pretty cool. Now for the legs, you do get these shifting Tamashii Nation leg joints, so you can shift her legs down a little bit, and she can kick forward a little more than 90 degrees, so that's very good. They do go to the back just a little bit, and then out to the side, about 90 degrees, and then we do get the swivel up there. We have a single bend at the knee that bends back pretty much all the way, so that's good. Now for the ankles, they do swivel. They only hinge up a tiny bit and then down a tiny bit. And then we do get some ankle pivot there and then some tiny toe articulation. So overall, I am very satisfied with the articulation. Just wish there was bicep swivel. But overall, I can say I do recommend this figure to big Marvel fans if you love the SH Figuarts line or if Black Widow is one of your favorite characters. But do I think it's worth that $70 price tag? No, I don't think it is worth that. So if you don't feel like spending the money, don't buy this figure, because Tamashii Nations keeps doing this and making certain characters web exclusives just to get an extra 30 bucks out of us, and it's just not right. But the figure is awesome. They did a very nice job with it, and I am happy with it, but not with the price that I paid for it. The few issues or complaints I have with this Black Widow, one of them is her right arm, after posing her around a little bit, it's starting to get very loose, so that is extremely disappointing. Another thing is they didn't even include an alternate face with this Black Widow, so that's another big disappointment right there. And the last thing is the knee joints just look really ugly from the back view of the figure. But other than that, Tamashii Nations did do a very nice job with this Black Widow. The articulation works pretty good throughout this entire piece. And then the accessories, I think we get a decent amount of stuff. The only complaint is no interchangeable faces, but we get some cool weapons and a bunch of interchangeable hands. And then finally, the detail, they executed that extremely well. That is definitely the high point to this Black Widow, especially the face sculpts look just like Scarlett Johansson, and I am pretty happy now owning this in my collection. And if you would like to get the SH Figuarts Age of Ultron Black Widow for your collection, she does retail for about 65 through 75 bucks depending on where you purchase her. I got mine from agelessgeeks.com, so if you would like to get yours, head over to that website today or join the Ageless Geeks Facebook group. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Avengers Age of Ultron Black Widow. Hope you enjoyed my review. If you want to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share and favorite the video too, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching, I will see you later! Hey, Tamashii Nations, SH Figuarts, Age blah blah. Look at the SH Figuarts Age of Ultron Black Widow, and I was very skeptical. Look at the SH Figuarts Age of Ultron Black Widow, and I was very skeptical. So we So we do get some pretty cool looking packaging for the Black Widow figure. We do get the window right there in the front, says left. We do get her symbol right there, says Marvel Avengers. What the hell? Ultron, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai. Then the bottom of it does the blah 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 blah. We do get the window right there in the front with the Avengers A symbol on it. And then we the SH Figuarts Injustice Harley Quinn, and the ball peg for the wrist here is very tiny. What the heck? Tiny. So very cool. Whoops, drop the right one. So very cool looking. Then just drop the yellow one. The left one. What the hell did I say yellow for? What the heck?